Students, I am going to discuss TCP connection. Connection management. TCP connection management. Now I am just taking example. Client server IP address is 180.168.10.147. That is a client IP address. Server IP address is 192.168.10.0. Port address 56208. That is a port address of client. Server port address is 13 to be run on a 13 port address. Now I am going to discuss the TCP connection. Here is a client is sent a data to server and server responds to the client in terms of data, in terms of byte. Now I am just design client and server. First, in a TCP connection management, stabilize the connection, data transfer in a full duplex mode, and finally we will disconnect the connections. First we are going to discuss how to stabilize a connection, client and server. First we have mentioned the data to be transferred, that is a data. We just assume it data is a 8,000 to 10,000 from client and 15,000 to 17,000 from client. Is defined by bytes. Is a byte, that is a data. Now first we stabilize the connection. Client is sent the synchronous bit, is known as a SYN bit with sequence number 8,000 to server. Server received the SYN bit, is consume only one bit, is a SYN bit, is also known as a synchronous bit. Then after some time is response to the client in a form of ACK of 8001, sequence received by 8001 as acknowledgement and sent a sequence number to 15,000. Next, it's also sent a sequence number of 8001 or ACK of 15,001. It's known as a connection stabilized. There is a three-way, first way, second way and third way. There is a three-way handshaking. Is used to stabilize a connection. Stabilizement. Now I'm going to read this, and now we transfer the data in a full duplex mode. Connection is stabilized, then transfer the data in a full duplex mode, that is a send the data from 8001 to 9000, 8001 to 9000, that is a sent data. Sequence of 8001, that's a sequence number. ACK of 15,001 and data size is 8001 to 9000. That is a header, TCP header. Here we define the window size is less than 2 to the power k. Here is the window size is less than 2 to the power k sent to the server. Then again it sent the 8001 to 9000 is completely sent. Then next is 9001 to 10,000 is ready to send. Now sequence number of 9001 ACK of 15,001, window size less than 2 to the power k defined. Data is 9001 to 10,000 to be sent to server. Now server is response to client in a form of bytes. It sent a data byte as a sequence number of a 15,001, ACK of 10,001, and data is a 15,001 to complete 17,000 sent to client. Here you can see it. Now is a complete data is transfer 15,001 to 17,000. Here 17,000 will be transferred to client. Now client is response to as a sequence number of 10,000 and ACK of 17,001 to server. That's a complete data will be transferred. It's not as a full duplex. Mode. Now after data is successfully transmission between the client to server and server to client, then finally we will disconnect the connection. Now how to disconnect the connection? Disconnect connections. Just assume it client is sending a data with a sequence number X, acknowledgement as a Y, sent to client is known as a FIN finish frame. Next, server is sent to sequence number of Y, just assume is a X, that is a Y data, Y sequence number,